Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast. Nerdcore to the max. All over the web, baby.
It's another Saturday night. Anime fans are on the dance floor getting their boogie on. Uh-oh, the guest of honor is here. That can only mean one thing. The party just got real. It's Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast.
Woo! Yes! Yeah.
All right, I am the Shrine's leading lady tonight, to the stars and to your ears, Jessica Calvello, a.k.a. Lady J. Hello. And with me are our assortment of peeps dedicated to all things anime, video games, manga, movies, TV, cosplay, whatever whets your nerd appetite, we got it. First up is the founder of the Shrine, all day, every day, your fun-loving, money-making, anime-loving, game-playing, in love with Mirajane, founding host Charles Money Senpai Weir.
Woo, yeah, baby. Good see. Money Senpai only got to say one thing. I'm in love with Mirajane. She's my main thing. Turns me on with her love. Takes me to paradise. Do you love me, Mirajane? Don't you play no game. Yeah. Woo!
That's awesome.
Mirajane.
Okay. Thank you, Charles. That was awesome.
We're back up here.
Right. And moving on with the intros. Next up is our engineer, Ace Gamer, the pride of Shrine Time, and the hardest working man in anime and gaming, Mike Machismo Maverick.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike Maverick telling Haruko to wrap her pantyhose around with me, okay?
Oh, God.
Wow.
With her pantyhose.
And that's how he's earned the name Machismo, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
All right, next is our very own dedication to voice acting perfection, the voice of a million characters, a.k.a. that would be Roy. Anna Roy.
What's up? Yeah.
Hey! So, tonight is our guest spot of the week, and as always, it's a big one, you guys. You are really in for a treat, because tonight our guest is a voice actress, writer, and sometimes ADR director for ADV Films, Funimation Entertainment, and Sentai Filmworks. Anime News Network currently lists her as the most prolific anime voice actress in the United States, having voiced 300 plus, goddamn, characters in various anime in her 15-year career. Freaking awesome. Some of her best-known anime roles are Mirajane and Plu from the hit anime Fairy Tail, Tsubaki and Soul Eater, Mei Chang in FMA Brotherhood, Bulma from Dragon Ball Z Kai,
Yeah!
Sakura Tsubasa from Reservoir Chronicles,
Woohoo!
Princess.
Girl, you gotta keep it going.
Yes. Yes.
This one I personally really, really want to see. Michiko from Michiko and Hachin.
Ow!
Yes.
And my sister Hyatt from Excel Saga.
Yeah!
And Hoki from Shino no from Infinite Stratos.
You got it totally right.
I totally did. And that is just to name a few of the millions of characters Monica has done. So you guys, let's all give a good welcome to Monica Rial.
Monica Rial!
It was so hard to not say anything. Charles, that song was freaking awesome.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
what
you,
about me, the
Dave.
backup singer?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
a great
God.
backup too, Mike.
Thank
You
you.
guys are so cool, and it was so hard to keep quiet because I wanted to keep interjecting. So sorry, I just took it upon myself to do so.
Yeah.
I could not hold it in. I was practicing like for the last few days for that. When I bring it up to Lady J to teach you, that was pretty awesome. Oh man.
It was awesome.
Yes. It was this is best night ever. I can't wait for this. It's gonna be jumping off the chain. I mean, this is we welcome you to the Shrine, by the way. You're our first big voice actress.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, you got Jessica. She's a freaking I mean, she's not a big voice actress. She's a very little voice actress, but she's a huge name.
Oh,
But
I don't know. If I keep hitting the donuts, I'm gonna be a big VA pretty soon.
big.
Isn't this the same donuts that Stocking used to eat? Get her boobs bigger.
It's interesting.
If you're in Dallas, it's got awesome donuts. If y'all ever come to Dallas, oh my word!
Ooh, really?
About donuts. Yeah, I'm on gluten free, so I can't eat donuts right now. So I'm a little sad.
Oh, girl, I'm so glad you're trying that. I swear, when I went gluten free, it really, really helped me, and I'm glad to see that you're giving it a shot. It is really hard though.
It's totally hard, but I feel so much better. Not to sound like, I mean, I realize right now we sound like a total commercial for it, but I feel so much better. Holy crap. Literally.
Yeah, I totally know. I totally feel that. It actually also helps out with pain issues. If you've got like any kind of joint or muscular pain, or not muscular, but like joint and disc pain, any kind of inflammation, apparently gluten can really give you more problems there. So my pain has decreased, and I don't want this to be boring, Monica, because this isn't about pain. This is about you and the joy you bring to millions of people through the use of your amazing talents. And I want to jump in with the first question. Is that okay, you guys?
Oh, go right ahead.
Go for it. I really apologize to everybody that my cat is in love with the computer now that he can hear everybody's voices. So if you hear any kind of like clamoring or cat noises, it's totally him, not me, I promise.
It's okay.
He's giving me
If you need help, with that, I can actually sing the song from the Big Bang Theory. You know what I'm saying? Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur.
He actually
Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr.
See, I think Monica really is making the cat sounds, and she's blaming it on her cat.
Oh, sorry.
All right, here we go. Miss Monica.
Yes.
We would like to know first, what drives you as an actor and what drives you as a writer?
As an actor just in general, or like in anime specifically?
Actually, as an actor in general, because tell me if you feel the same way that I do. But if you're an actor, whether it's voice or stage or film or whatever you're working on, you're an actor. I'm like, you just say like, I'm a voice actor. You're like, I'm an actor. I have this talent inside of me. So yeah, and I think that's a kind of general question. So I'm not quite sure, where to take that. But that is the question, that what drives you as an actor and what drives you as a writer. I guess your motivation and where do you get your inspiration from?
Well, I'd say that as an actor, my inspiration or like what drives me is to touch people. You know what I mean? I want to touch people's lives in some way or another. And I think that's one of the things, like through anime, I've gotten this really neat opportunity to kind of to touch people's lives in a way that I never thought I would. On stage, you get to touch maybe like 300 people's lives, depending on how many people there are in the audience. But then they kind of walk away and you never hear from them again. But in anime, because we're doing these projects and they come out and you see the same people over and over again, and you really get to see and hear how you have touched someone's life, and that's a big deal. So I just want to make people feel things. I want them to have the feel. I want them to be able to watch a performance and be able to believe that that voice is coming out of that character's mouth, or if I'm on stage, I want them to believe that I am that character, and that's kind of my goal. I go for a realism. I try to be as real as possible, even when I'm wearing control top pantyhose, and
Oh yeah.
or playing, space princesses that vomit blood everywhere. There's a realism there that I try to capture. As a writer, though, I'd say that I've always said that my goal as a writer is that I want you to be able to watch a show that I've written in English, and then somebody else watches the same show in Japanese, and that when it's all over, you guys can sit down and have a conversation about the same show. So even though I might not use the exact same words. Like if they use cute, I might use adorable because I need some flap filler. But basically, you're seeing the exact same show, and the characters are the same, and all that kind of stuff. So
Excellent.
realistic and seeing the same show.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
And to me, that also suggests that you care about what you do and what you work on, and that's awesome. Because some people don't, it's just a job or whatever.
It's unfortunate that that's the case, but especially now that it's gotten so popular, because like when Jessica and I started, in fact, we were talking about this earlier, like nobody really cared who we were. Like that was back in the days of VHS when we first started, and so people didn't really, not to age. Sorry, Jessica, I'm
Oh God.
But it was back with VHS, and so nobody even watched the dub, and they didn't care. I think at my first panel, there was like 5 people there, maybe. But now, because it's so popular and stuff, there's a lot of people that are doing it not because they love it, but because they just want to be involved in it.
Right.
And like it's a cool job, and they don't really care about the anime, and they don't really care about the fans, and that to me is very sad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel the same way, because the fact is that, speaking as a fan, I would like, when I watch an anime, I want to be captivated, not just by the art, not by the characters, but because of the voice that it carries in that character. And I'll say this right now, Monica, every character you've done every character that, you put so much passion into that character. I swear, whether it comes to, Heart with Michigo and Michigo Hashkin, or Mirajane in Fairy Tail, you put a lot into your character, and you put a lot of passion and drive, and it's just amazing right now. Just speaking as a fan right now.
Well, thank you. I mean, that's like the biggest compliment that you could give me, because to me, like, I love my job so much, and I put so much into it, that just having, even if it's just one person, even if it's just Charles, going, hey, that was really awesome. That thing that you did, I felt it. You gave me the feel. That to me that means that it's all worth it,
Exactly, because hey, I was a huge fan of you since 2001. I first heard you on Sorcerer Hunters, and then on the second time, you and Jessica Cavello ripping it up on Excel Saga. So
hell yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
and the rest is history. I was following you, Monica. I was following you, Jessica, and by God, to this very day, I still love you guys. So yeah.
That's awesome. Monica, who were you in Sorcerer Hunters?
Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I was like 2 different characters, or 3 different characters. I think I played a character named Bruno, and then I played another. Hunter is the one where everybody's named after vegetables, right? Or food.
Yeah.
Desserts. The girls are like.
There was an OVA, and I was lettuce, and I was somebody else. I want to say in Sorcerer Hunters, I was like Bruno or something like that. Something totally not feminine.
Girl, we have known each other for a long time.
What? For really long.
So, and that brings me into my next question. How did you and I become friends?
Can I tell a real story?
Yeah.
True story.
Wait. There's 2 stories. I only know the one.
There's not 2 stories, but it was so way far back in the day. Okay, so here's the lowdown. So way back, God, when was that? I don't even want to.
It was 97, I think.
Oh Jesus. So Chris Ayers actually was directing A Chorus Line, which is a great musical. If you haven't heard of it, you should totally check it out. Although now you're probably gonna be like, that's old. But A Chorus Line, and I was his what did he used to call me? His assistant choreographer, because Chris was like,
I think you were the assistant choreographer, assistant director.
Right, because he's really good at figuring out what he wants dances to look like, but he's not a dancer, so I'm a dancer, so I would do all that stuff. So I ran the auditions and things, and I'd have to teach all these people that have never tap danced before how to tap dance and stuff. So Jessica comes in and she auditions, and she's fantastic, and she's funny, and everybody loves her. But when we got to the tapping, several people were just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I do not tap dance. This is stupid. I hate all of you. And Jessica was and I remember going, you can do it. Because, I was such a young little baby. I remember following you, I think, into the bathroom, and I was like, you totally got this. You're so awesome. You can't give up now. You got to do this. And there was just this connection that happened in that bathroom. And then we did the whole show. We ended up getting cast. I forget what the name is. I just called you Tits and Ass.
The character's name is Val, but yeah, everyone called her Tits and Ass.
Yeah, because she sang the song Tits and Ass, which is yet another reason to check out A Chorus Line. So we did that show, and that was kind of a bonding experience because, like, people kept dropping like flies in that show. I went on for like 5 different people, I think. I'm not even sure anymore. So fast forward, and then at ADV, it just so happened that we were both working at ADV. And when we both got cast in Excel Saga, we went and had lunch, and it was awesome. And then, she kind of whisked away for a while off to New York, and now she's back, and I couldn't be happier. I just wish that we were in the same city,
I know, we're kind of far.
Yeah.
The bathroom experience, was I tap dancing in the bathroom?
No, you had freaked out about tap dancing, and you were like, fuck this. And so you were, and I remember chasing after you, and it's funny, too, because that same day that I talked to you and said, come on, just make it, you got it, and you did great. But that same day, Omari was there. Omari, who is now toured with, and has been on Broadway for The Lion King. And this is my claim to fame, because I'm like, I taught him how to tap dance. Because he had the same freak out, but he went outside. So I was chasing y'all around going, no, it's okay. It's not that scary.
God, man. That's awesome. I remember, Monica, you were, God, girl, were you 19, 18?
I was so young.
You were a baby, and you were just so sweet, and you were so, you're really good working with us and teaching us to tap dance, and just really being, just a balance, Chris was a bit of a slave driver as a director, and then Monica would sort of be in there to be like, okay, now let's be calm and work this out.
It's the end of the world. It's a chorus line.
Yep.
Right. Right. And I say that with love about Chris Ayers. He's an awesome director. No complaints. But man, did he work our asses hard.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah. Intense, girl.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but Roy's putting up the information right now. He's done a little research that Monica voiced Maris in episode 2 and Salad in episode 1 of Sorcerer Hunters. So.
Not Bruno, and I said lettuce, but it's salad.
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 Okay, yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay, so Monica, I have another question for you.
Oh my God, what?
Okay, oh my God. Do you prefer playing the high-pitched, sweet and cute girls, or the low-voiced sex pots and villains?
Well, it's kind of it's like apples and oranges. I always joke about little girls paying my light bills because that's kind of, I sound like this naturally, so I always get cast as little girls. And I love them, totally love them. But it gets kind of hard to, for example, I just did a show called Guilty Crown not too long ago. And when I went into audition, actually, no, I take that back. I didn't audition. Colleen just cast me because that character looks exactly like a character from a show I did called Moonphase. Basically, it's the character from Moonphase, Hazuki, and if you took her and put her in another dimension, she would be Sugumi from Guilty Crown. So Colleen just cast me. It's it's pretty much the same person. But I still had to figure out a way to make them different, so that can be kind of challenging. Whereas when I do the low voice stuff, it's easy because, you don't have to worry about how do I make this voice different from the other because I never get to play them, or very rarely. But I guess it's hard to say one or the other. There are pros and cons to both. I can sound like a little girl in my sleep, but everybody wants to sound like a sexy lady every once in a while.
and this is the part where I say, Mamacita.
Woo!
Unfortunately, I can't keep that up, but I can do it for short periods of time.
Oh my God, I need a moment. Yeah.
Will you marry me?
He says that now, but then when I wake up and talk like this, he'll be like, "Whoa."
Hey, I can never get mad at that voice.
Oh, you're
I can never get mad.
Yeah, I do remember you as the voice of Rico. You sound like an awesome Valley girl.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you can find ways to shake it up sometimes. I mean, like when you've done that much, it's like, well, what can I do? So like for Full Metal Panic, I made it even more nasally, so it sounds like everything is coming out of the front of my face, and I gave her a little bit of a lisp just because she's kind of, goofy and silly. But like having to find little things like that to make each little girl stand out is what's difficult now. Like as I've done so many of them that it's like, holy crap, how do I make this little girl sound different than the last little girl?
That was one of those things where I mean, I can say for all confidence right now that I'm blasted for actually saying a line from your anime, and it sounds really, really fun to say it. Hear you say it right now. I'm on cloud nine.
You're so sweet. Aw, you guys, I feel the feels.
I wish it was Valentine's Day right now. Don't say I'll be asking you to be my Valentine. Be my Valentane. Come on.
Aw, I actually do it.
Hey, back off. She's mine.
Wait a minute. Hold on there.
Shit.
There are Skype fights breaking out here with Monica. And you guys don't want me to jump in. I kick all y'all asses.
Oh, hey, I don't want none of y'all. I don't want none of you, Lady J. I don't want none. I'm stepping off right now.
So listen, I want to go to some of Monica's fans, some of the questions that they have for her.
Yes.
Sure.
So, okay, I'm going to read this one off. Let's see. This is from Stan Sagan.
Mm-hmm.
And his first question is, how have you felt the anime industry change from when you first started?
Well, we kind of touched on that a little bit, but I'll go on about it. When we first started, nobody really cared about voice actors at all. It was more about just, hey, get me the VHS tape because otherwise I have to go find it because there was an internet, but it was very, very, very small and yeah, it was hard to find. It was hard to find the anime. So it was more just about gimme than it was, voice actors and all that stuff. So when I first started going, the conventions were very few and far between. They weren't very big. It was mostly a bunch of like older dudes and no chicks. Like I think me and Jessica and Amanda Wynn Lee were like the first chicks at most of these conventions.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of cool, but kind of creepy at the same time because you're like, I'm in a building full of men. Oh, kind of scary men that would come up to me and be like, do you want to see my model? I'm like, no, I don't. I really don't. That's a euphemism. But I will say that, like, back then, when I came along, it was just when they started, when we started, it was just when they were doing actors for the first time. Like, I think before Jessica and I started and all that, it was just kind of, who do you know that can act? And then they actually started hiring folks. So we all kind of started at a time where it was building and it progressed and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I stopped going to conventions for a while and all of a sudden I come back and everything's even bigger. I will say that there was a period at ADV where everybody was it was almost like heaven. Everybody was so into anime and we worked so hard on it and a lot of time and care was spent on the product. Unfortunately now, because of just the nature of the business and everything, things move a lot faster, so we don't always get to spend the time on it that we would like to, or that most of us would like to anyway. I still think it's good, and I still think it's great, and I still very much love what we do, and I wouldn't have it any other way, but I feel like we don't get to spend the time on it that we used to be able to do, yeah.
Right. And what do you think about, like, just in the same topic, and then I'll move on, but we've got Crunchyroll now. We've got anime channels. Like when you and I first started, back in the 90s, did you ever see where the anime industry would go? I mean, that it would blow up the way that it has?
Oh no, and that's one of my huge pet peeves. And I feel like such an old lady when I'm at a convention and some 12-year-old kid will be like, anime's too expensive. And I'm like, okay, look, motherfucker. You don't understand what people paid back in the day. I was like, you had to pay like $65 for 2 episodes on a VHS tape or a Laserdisc, and that's all you got for that month. Now you pay $8, $7 a month, whatever it is for Netflix and Hulu, and you've got all kinds of anime. And then if you do, like Funimation has their own channel, and the Anime Network has their own channel. And if you look at their websites, they've got stuff everywhere. So like now, it's inexcusable. Like you don't even have to pay that much, and you've got like hundreds and thousands of titles at your fingers. So that I never would have expected back then. If I could have told those guys that, hey, if you wait, you just wait 15 years, things are going to get cray-cray, and you're going to be able to have any anime you want at any time.
Oh, and
exactly. You don't have to pay $65 for the 2 episodes. Just go to YouTube and stream it.
And also, don't forget, Monica. There's also consoles as well. Like PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U.
All stuff. Yeah. And that's what's crazy too. And then you have like WriteStuff.com, which has these crazy sales, and you can get like whole seasons of stuff for $15. Really?
That's insane.
Yeah, because when I look at the Xbox 360, I found some episodes of High School DxD, Lock and Key, and all the others. For the SD version, $2. HD version, $3 per episode.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like if you had told those guys way back in the 90s that was going to be a thing, they would have flipped out, because that just was not the case back then. It was so hard to get, and it was so expensive. And now I see those little bumper stickers that were around for a while that say anime, it's more expensive than crack or whatever. And I'm like, not anymore, really. Kind of a lie now, your bumper sticker. You might need to switch it out.
That'd be some expensive ass crack.
It's more expensive than math, I guess.
That's true. That is true. And I have a math
But you can get some good weed for about $20. Cheap weed.
Yeah.
Chosen is Mirajane.
Oh, hold on here. Well, yeah, that too. Yay.
Okay, so a follow-up question on a different topic, but still from Stan. This is an interesting question, Monica. So, girl, you answer this however you see fit. What boyfriend or girlfriend gave you the inspiration to play Mistletoe in Dream Eater Mary with such energy? Now, that's assuming that a boyfriend or girlfriend gave you that inspiration, but girl, I don't know. You take it and run with it.
I don't think it was any particular boyfriend or girlfriend. I think it was just a combination of all of them. She's like a really, for those of you that haven't seen Dream Eater Mary, she's like really creepy and sadistic and cruel to the point of just really disturbing. Like, she's the thing of nightmares. She's really sweet and cute when you first see her, but she's the thing of nightmares. So yeah, probably just all the evil people that I've ever run into, which would be most of my ex-boyfriends. Most of them, yeah. With the exception of maybe Chris Patton. He's gay now. We forgive.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
I would not want to piss you off. I ain't going to even lie. I'm not going to want to piss y'all. Just listening to it. Hell have no fear like a woman score. Yeah, I know why now.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I don't want to piss Michiko off, too.
There you go.
So we kick your ass.
Oh, no. I want no party.
No. Stay here.
And I remember going in to record, and I'd be like, that outfit, though. I would totally wear that outfit. She's awesome, but yeah, she would definitely kick ass. Like, when I was recording that, I was so mean to people, not because I meant to be, but just because I was so aggressive.
Yeah.
Sometimes your character's in the real life.
Yeah.
It's hard to break out of that, right? Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun too to be that aggressive for a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Girl, hello.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, Charles, do you want to ask one of your questions that you have for Monica?
Yes, actually, considering the fact that, I have to, since I went to that whole singing thing, considering the fact I am who I am. There's one question I want to ask you. What was one of the biggest projects that you worked on that you actually had free reign to do whatever you wanted with?
Oh. Free reign is difficult. I mean, like, 'cause even if we get, other than Ghost Stories, which we were given complete free reign, which if you guys haven't heard of that show, it's the show that we did back at ADV where we kept the names of the characters, but that's it. Like, we completely just made it up as we went along. That was total free reign, and that never happened. But I will say there have been shows like Dead Man Wonderland is probably the most recent one where Joel, the director, was really cool about it, and he knew that I just loved Shiro to death, and I loved getting to be crazy and kooky, and so he would just let me roll with stuff, and so with that quietest ninja ever line and all that stuff was just me being an idiot and him going, "That's awesome, we're keeping it."
Yeah.
So it depends on the director. Some directors really trust their actors, and those are the directors that we tend to like to work with the most because it's less of a, hey, you do your job and I tell you what to do. It's more of a process where we work together to create something awesome. And those directors are the ones who have to do this.
I mean, there's so many times where, like, I asked that question where voice actors have had that free reign to be creative and be who they are inside, and I hear a lot of that from Jessica, and I hear a lot of that from you, and it's nice. It's like a breath of fresh air when you guys like branch out from the protocol, doing this or being said that way or this way or that way, and when it brings out the best of an anime. So I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear that.
I think that when directors really trust their actors and let them do what they feel is right. I mean, unless we're totally off and we're doing something that will affect the story, which is not usually the case. But I think if they trust us, that's going to come through a lot better than somebody who goes, "Hey, say it like this." Because then there's really no meaning behind it. We're just kind of mimicking what's been said to us, as opposed to really feeling the emotions that need to be behind it in order for you to feel the emotions when you watch it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
You should tell him, Charles.
But I see it all the time. If I don't tell him, I see it.
Well,
you
good.
need to get off your ass and be creative. You're making me sing like Wayne Brady.
I love it. What's wrong with Wayne Brady?
I think. Let me go to Mike with a question right here. You got a question for Monica?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I do have a question for her. So Monica, I heard that you like blood and gore animes and manga.
I do. And was that like your air guitar that just went off? Blood and gore. I love it.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, it's me fist pumping. So yeah. Anyways, what is your favorite anime or manga that you really enjoy?
I feel like this is such a cop out because it's not really like a long running show. But my favorite anime that I've ever seen is a movie, and it's called Perfect Blue.
Ooh.
It's so good. It's so creepy, y'all, but it's so good, and I absolutely love it. I thought that the dubbing was well done. I thought the Japanese was well done. I love the art style. So that's my absolute favorite, and it does kind of go along with that whole dark vibe that I tend to like a little bit more. I mean, I like the happy stuff, but give me something like Dead Man Wonderland or Perfect Blue or Noir, and I'm like, yeah. We'll watch that. Speed Grapher is another one I love.
Oh, and also there's what's it called? Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I haven't seen any Death Note yet. I really want to. Like, I've got this long list of anime because when you work in the industry and you're in the studio, and then I'm also the script adapter, so I work constantly with anime. I've constantly got it all around me. The last thing you want to do when you come home at night or when you have time off is even look at a screen anymore. It's like I just want to read a book and sit with my cat. So as a result, I have this long list of anime that I need to watch, and Death Note is on there. But aren't there like a ton of episodes?
Yeah.
Hey, if you like stuff like that, there's a thing on the internet called creepypasta.
Creepypasta?
Yeah, it's a story. They took a story of an urban legend, right? They try to make it as an urban legend, and And of course, like for instance, there's this little Pokemon urban legend out there, which is called the I think it's called the Hypnos. What's it called? Hypnos Lullaby, where where kids are getting lost and killed at the Berry Forest.
Ew.
Yeah, they made a game out of that as well.
They made a game out of it?
Actually, as a fan game, which out of creepypasta.
Oh, I might actually dig that. I'll have to look that up. Not that I'm into dead children, listeners. Let me clarify. I like creepy stuff.
There you go.
Awesome.
You also go enjoy Sonic EXE because that's the name of the game as well, which is also on there.
I can write that down so I don't forget.
See, and pretty much he like that sometimes. Before I go back to Lady J about the next question, I do have a strange proposal from one of my boys. He's with us in Shrinetime. Darrell, aka Ukami Kichi Sama, has sent in a question. Will you marry me?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Kichi Sama.
Oh God. He actually said it, and let me just add it. Let me just get the full of it right now. He said, he wants to know if you will marry him, but if not, just at least go out for a night of drinking, since he is being able to put the booze away heavily.
Well, I am a single lady. Woohoo! But I'm going to be a single lady, so I don't think I'm ready to settle down now. But I would totally go for drinks, and we could have a tequila drinking contest, and then people could talk about that instead of me and Travis.
Yes. I love this woman already. I love her even more. I'm telling you right now.
You see,
she need to come down to Birmingham, bro. She need to come to Birmingham.
I've never been. And I've never been to a convention out there. Would you believe that? Crazy.
We got to get a Comic Con. Hey, look, we got to get a Comic Con.
Yeah. I'll go. You tell me.
Like I said in the fan page of the Monica Realis, Monica, you and your sister Natalie are best for business.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, wait. That makes them sound like hookers.
Yes.
Natalie and
Let's clarify what kind of business we're talking about.
Right.
I'm voice actor, and my little sister Natalie is now voice actor, and she is awesome. But yeah, we're not hookers. She is not hookers.
My God.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Wait, what did you say?
She could be. I could totally pimp her out.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Your sister isn't even legal yet, is she? How old is she?
She just turned 18. It's perfect time now, Jessica.
Oh. Then I'm gonna be pimps to both y'all bitches.
All right. Woo!
Okay, listen, I want to get a question in from one of our live twatters.
Oh, awesome.
We have the dear sweet Ben Oscar, who has twatted a question to #RealDeal, and his question is, which work of each other's is your favorite work? Like, what is Monica's favorite Jessica role, and vice versa? And I just want to say that, like Monica, I've got a long freaking list of anime that I need to watch, and the freaking top, I'm dead serious. I still haven't seen Baccano. I mean, there's so many things that I want to see. But specifically for Monica, I really want to see Michiko and Hachin. Like, that has been on my list for so long. And I know I can say, without even having heard it yet, that Monica is amazing in it, and the cast is amazing. And, I mean, how can I say that's my favorite role of hers? Because I haven't seen it yet. But I already know the animation's gorgeous, and I know Monica nails that role. I mean, I did watch the trailer, and it was fucking awesome. So I really want to see that. And I mean, girl, anything you do, I mean, this is such a cop-out answer, but anything you do, I mean, you're so talented, you're so stellar, your characterizations are always on. Your performance and Maria Holick, I mean, I just have to totally geek out on Monica for a second. So,
guys, I'm trying.
No, I'm serious. So I'm in the studio, and Chris is like, "Oh, Monica's already recorded for Maria. Do you want to hear it?" And I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "Well, listen to this scene. I've got the headphones on. I'm listening." And he starts playing it. And I was like, oh God, that was really good. But when did Monica come in? And he goes, that was Monica. I'm like, no, that's the guy. Where's Monica? He's like, Jessica, Monica's playing a boy, and that was her voice. I'm like, you are kidding me. That doesn't even sound like her. And so just the fact that you can transition like that and just be believable, and I really have always admired your work. So anyway, the end. I just had to be a total nerd for a second.
Oh, thank you. You made me tear up.
If you like the news on anime and gaming, this is the place for you. Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast. Nerdcore to the max.
Get it straight from the source, now how cool is that? So you can hate them, but the truth is that you fucking with the best, and we coming with the new shit, black. Yeah, I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know if y'all willing. So raise it up to the ceiling and get it going. We gotta get it up. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on? Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Y'all ready to move? Y'all ready to fool? Y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose, let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Yeah, the mission is to kill a man. For the love, respect, and the dividends. For the squad, the game, and the Benjamins. For the solo art, and to get it in. Believe I gotta get it in. That's why I'm out on the push with no limit, man. That's why I'm out on the move with no gimmick, man. That's why I'm down to stop, I can't quit it, man. I'm strung out on this shit, I can't kick it, man. I mean, for real, dog, I can't quit, man. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on? Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Y'all ready to move? Y'all ready to fool? Y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose, let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Dudes back live to kill it with a squad, so the movement back, maybe the music back. And you got a courtside seat to get it straight from the source. Now how cool is that? So you can hate them, but the truth is that you fucking with the best, and we coming with the new shit, black. Yeah, I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know if y'all willing. So raise it up to the ceiling and get it going. We gotta get it up. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to die? We gotta get it up.
Shrinetime Entertainment.
Roy, do you have a question?
Jessica's always Excel Saga. And also Maria Holick. I don't understand. I've never met anybody who can act and be believable and speak that quickly and convincingly. Oh my God, it's hysterical.
Thank you.
So cute. Anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask both of you guys a question turn it over to Roy. And this is for both you and Lady J. If you had to choose between acting, writing, and directing, would you pick and why?
I would always pick acting first because that's where I started out. and that's my first love. If I had to put them in an order, like if somebody held a gun to my head and said, you have to pick them in order, I would say acting's number 1, and writing is number 2, and then directing is number 3. Because directing is really hard work. Not that writing isn't, but I enjoy the process of writing more than I enjoy the process of directing, I think. But acting's number 1. What about you, Jess?
So I think acting's always been number 1. Haven't written any scripts. I work on other creative projects for writing, but I haven't written any anime scripts or anything like that. But I really, really would love to direct, and not just it's not that I really want to direct voice projects, but I mean directing stage and film. I've always wanted to direct. So I mean, that's it's kind of tied with acting. I mean, those are both really important to me, but I really would like to get into directing at some point.
I think you'd be super awesome at it.
Why, thank you. And I would help people tap dance in the bathroom.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we need a tap dancing service right here in the bathroom, please. Roy, take it away.
Let's see. I could go for the obvious question that Monica gets asked a trillion times at every con. Just because I want to hear it straight from you instead of a YouTube video or whatnot. What is your side of the story with the whole Travis thing?
Travis and I were just at a convention last weekend, and we were laughing about this because, I mean, that was like 10 years ago, or maybe not 10 years ago, but it was a long time ago.
Who the hell is Travis?
Travis Holycamp.
I guess you haven't met him. He went off to LA before you came back to Texas. You guys are on opposite coasts. He's fantastic, and his wife Laura is fantasticer. Well, okay, they're both fantastic. I don't want him to get pissed. They're both fantastic. We were at a convention last weekend. Way back in the day, Travis and I had a tequila drinking contest. The first time he won really badly and had to carry me to my room so badly because I was out, which is hard to do because I'm Hispanic, so I can drink some tequila.
Okay.
But then years later, we went to AWA, and they had planned for us to have another tequila drinking contest, but they brought us like special, like light up shot glasses and our own special tequilas. Like it was an ordeal. Nice. So, but the whole deal was that he was supposed to do 2 to my 1. Because he's huge, Jessica. I mean, how big is he's like what, 6'5"?
Yeah, he's something pretty tall.
Yeah, Travis is a big dude. So they were like, well, you're going to do 2 to her 1. Well, the whole time, I'm like, whoop, 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 just taking shots. And Travis is having to do 2 to my 1. And then we used to do this late night panel where he'd kind of do the Howard Stern thing. And I'd be like his Robin on the side, like getting people to ask questions and stuff. And somebody brought this huge Aquafina bottle full of, I don't know what, some yellow liquid that was not pee. And said, I hope it wasn't, and said, will you drink this? And he, without even thinking, like, drank the whole bottle, whatever the F that was. So he ended up, like, well, we were both pretty messed up, but he ended up even more messed up because we went on a search for his wallet because he couldn't find his wallet. And it turns out that it was in his back pocket the whole time.
Oh.
You all spent like 30 minutes looking for it, right?
Yeah, oh God, we went into room parties. At one point, we were rolling around on the floor, and Lucy Christian and Vic came up, and they were like, what are you guys doing? We're like, we're drunk, woo! Oh, the good old days.
I actually came in one of these days, like, you know, when I first took a drink, I actually came in, you know what I'm saying, kind of, I guess without my shoes on, laying in a ditch somewhere. It kind of happened during my high school years. I'm really looking for that again. I don't know what happened. I had to talk to my brother, and he kind of was furious at me. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of had that can party. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. What the
hell?
Yeah, we were laughing because people keep asking about it. Like last weekend, even people asked about it, and I'm like, do you know how many times I've gone out and gotten drunk since then? Why don't you ask the time I puked on Brina's shoes? Or the time I pulled Harry Doty down a flight of stairs? Or the time that fight with the dude at a bar because of Brina. I'm like, there's so many different things.
What did you do to Terry?
Terry, I pulled her. I was drunk and I fell down a flight of stairs and I pulled her down with me.
Oh my God.
She remembered it and I didn't. So the next day I woke up and I was like, why does my butt hurt? And she goes, I don't know. And she kept playing it off for a long time and she finally told me what happened.
Oh boy. So I wonder why the Travis story got around then and not some of your other interesting stories.
Probably because it was so, I mean, like we were at a convention, so it was on, I mean, like everybody saw what was happening. It wasn't like it was hidden or whatever, or something that happened off time, I guess. I use my air quotes. That, and also Vic was there, and he goes to so many conventions, and he tells that story all the time. So I'm like,
oh my God.
You're like, Vic! I'm shaking my fist in the air, like, all right, I'm just gonna, I have a convention with Vic next weekend, so I'll just have to get Vic really drunk, and then we'll have a new story to talk about.
Oh God. Man, I love him.
Oh, yeah, tweet me.
Oh my. Best thing. Best
Monica.
weekend ever.
Yes.
What else do you do? What are your other interests besides voice acting and writing? So besides the whole acting industry, what are the other kind of things that you like to do with your free time when you like barely have any?
I was gonna say I don't really have any right now. I've been doing a lot of conventions, and because I guess people don't realize that I do anime stuff, and then I also do the script writing, which is usually about one script a week, unless it's Dandy, which is on a very fast schedule, so we do one every 2 days on that when we're called to work on it. And then I also do commercial voice work and on camera work, and I go down to Houston and record sometimes. And conventions. So I very rarely get free time. When I do, though, one of my favorite things to do lately is just kind of curl up with a good book and a bottle of wine and my cat, which sounds really sad, but I'm so busy and I'm running around people all the time. That's kind of nice to just kind of seclude yourself for a little bit and just kind of go into a different world with your kitties. Other than that, like when I'm feeling festive and I want to go out and do stuff, I love going out and meeting people for happy hour or going and seeing bands. Theater, I haven't had a lot of time to do it. But yeah, festivals, anything that's in town that's fun, I have all of that on my Twitter, and I'm constantly looking for new things to do. So I really want to go roller skating right now. That's my big thing.
Oh, roller skating or roller blading?
No, roller skating. I have roller skates. I own them. I want to use them.
How fun. Where would you go roller skating?
There's a place here. Christopher Babbitt had a birthday party for his wife one year, and he rented out the skating rink, and that was a lot of fun. So if I could figure out where that was when I first moved, so I have no idea. But if I could figure out where that was, I would totally love to do that, and you should totally come down, and we'll go skating together.
Oh, that would be awesome. Do you, you know Caitlin French?
Yes.
She's cute as a goddamn button.
Yes, she is.
I actually thought she was a button. I'm like, oh my God, you're a button. She's like, no, I'm Caitlin. I'm like, no, you're a button.
No, you're a fucking button.
You're a fucking cute button on my jacket, and I'm gonna button you.
Yeah.
She's awesome, and her boyfriend Justin is awesome, and they're both cute as buttons, and they're really into the roller derby.
Oh, I always wanted to do that.
Do that or watch it, girl. You crazy?
I wanted to do it. Like, I wanted to do it, but I couldn't do it because I bruise really easily because I'm so pale. And, you know, I do on camera stuff. And so my agent was like, you can't do that. But I would love to do that.
Oh, man, your agent. They're like your dad.
Well, my family, too, wasn't too keen on it. But I thought it was awesome. Yeah, I would love to watch it, too. But I can't. Yeah. I wouldn't get involved.
Yeah, so Caitlin and Justin have been like, hey, we go all the time, and we'll get you tickets. So I will hit you up, and you've got to come to Austin and go to the roller derby with us.
I will totally do that.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah,
party armor. I love it. I've been saying it right now. I've been saying it all over Twitter right now. You know what I'm saying? You guys need to party with us. We need to come up with something like a get-together or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Have some tequila shots, because let me tell you like this. Travis may not be Travis may not have the stomach for it. I do, and I would love a challenge. I would like to say, yeah, I'm challenging you right now. I'm challenging Monica Rial right now to a drinking contest.
Oh, shit, you did it.
Yes, I did. I
well,
went
now,
there.
I'll say, I lost my gallbladder a few years ago, so...
What, it fell out?
Yeah, it just totally fell out, girl. That's what happens when you drink too much. They just fall out.
Damn.
Funny.
Like, falls on the ground. Like, there's nothing you can do at that point.
Damn.
But yes, I will try my best. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna end up on the floor.
I'll go easy on you. If you
Okay,
fall on
good.
your ass, I'll pick you up. I
Okay,
love
good.
you.
As
You
long
can fall
as
in my arms any day.
you pick up and sing me the Mirajane song, we're all good.
Yes, I will sing for you. Mirajane.
Woo!
Speaking of Mirajane,
Yeah.
I think Roy wants to sing a question to you. Well, not sing so much as say it.
Hey, you're gonna sing it? Woo!
Nah, just say it, but in character. And you can respond in character if you like.
Okay.
Mary Jane, aren't you supposed to be back at the guild hall?
Oh my god, you do sound like that. I am supposed to be at the guild hall, but I tell you what, it'll be our little secret, and if you tell anyone, I'll Satan soul your ass!
Oh my god! Oh my
Okay.
god, that was freaking awesome!
Very well.
Oh my god.
You really do sound like him when you do that.
It's my natural nasal, and I have a good vocal control. And here's another one. Symmetry is beauty. Oops, my finger slipped.
You sound like him. I'm gonna tell Todd that you're coming for his work.
Oh no, I'm part of Team Havercorn.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, now I am anyway. He knows.
Okay, good. As long as he no, I'm kidding. He doesn't. He'll be
I
fine.
know. It's fun. I say to people, I'm like cursed and blessed. I can't sound unique, but I have fun with it.
No, you do right now. Like when you're talking right now, you sound very unique.
Oh. Well, anytime anytime I actually record, I shift down a tone. Well, I don't know why. I just do, and it's around here. And whenever I'm doing this, it sounds like 85% like Jason Liebrick.
Well, I tell you what, the voice you're using right now is a voice that's probably the most popular in anime as far as like the heroic man.
Or the hero voice, yeah, that's my hero.
Yeah.
This.
Like, I think that
One
that
of them
was
anyway.
a big deal. Like he played a lot of heroes, but because he couldn't get the nasal out, there were people that would be like, "Oh, well, he sounds like a hero, but he's so nasally." So yeah, I think if you can figure out without the nasal, great. Nothing against
true.
that. I love that guy. He's like my
Oh,
brother.
I know.
but-
Yeah, that's my without the nasal thing, but it's
Yeah.
fun realizing who sounds like who.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
Chris Patton. He sounds like them too as well.
Yeah, I love Chris. I haven't seen him in forever.
I haven't met him yet. I may never.
Oh, you should. He's hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious.
He is fucking hilarious. That's true.
God, he hasn't changed a bit either. He's hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, he's awesome. Hey, Charles. Charles?
Charles,
Yo,
you want?
Money Man, where you
Maybe he had it in the bathroom.
No. I'm
Are
in the
you
back.
there?
I'm back.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
at? Did you have to pee?
Yeah. See how that's the running theme here today. It's the running theme tonight.
How did the pee go?
Very light, but kind of tense at
I
the
think
same time.
I think we should twat a live picture of your peeing because you didn't warn us, and I was all, yo, Charles, and it was like cricket, cricket, cricket.
I'm sorry. I meant to tweet it out or twat it, whichever comes first. I think I will.
I
But
wanted
anyway.
to know if you wanted to ask Monica another question off your list.
Oh yes, I do. Actually,
Go ahead.
let me just ask the question. So it concerns to your fans, and this is probably the most cliche question that I know you constantly get or you get to hear. Like, how does one become an evil genius like you?
Oh, evil genius. That's a nice twist on it. Well, to become an evil genius, first you need to have a cute voice so nobody suspects that you're actually evil. That's
So
crazy. No, I used to joke all the time. I used to tell my mom, I'm like, I could totally rob banks and nobody would ever suspect me because they're like, oh, your voice is so nice. I'm assuming you mean to switch evil genius with voice actor.
That's what I was going with.
Yeah.
Same difference.
I would say that I tell people all the time, like, it's really hard for me to tell people now how to go about being an anime voice actor. Because like I said, when Jessica and I started, they were just starting to hire actual actors, and it was kind of word of mouth and very much who you knew at the time. And we all just kind of grew together, from that very beginning. Now it's a much bigger deal because voice acting is popular. So I know that like Funimation has a waiting list that you can call, and they'll call people in. And I think you get like 3 strikes and then that's it, you're out. So use them wisely. But the best advice I could give to anyone is, one, don't pigeonhole yourself. If you want to be a voice actor or an actor, don't say, hey, I only want to be an anime voice actor, because that's like being a doctor that says I only want to treat sore throats. You know what I mean? Like that's such a small area. I do so many video games and industrials and commercials and stuff. And like I tell people, I can go in and do a commercial that takes 15 minutes of my time and will pay me more than like a whole series of anime.
Man.
So you don't want to pigeonhole yourself, and also act. Like there's so many people out there that are like, hey, I want to be a voice actor. And I'm like, great. Well, what kind of acting are you doing? And like, oh, I don't want to act. Like, well, you can't be a voice actor if you're not an actor, because then you're just a voice, and everybody has one of those. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, you have to act a little bit. There are a few people that have come in that didn't have acting experience, but they're very few and far between.
Yeah, that always drives me nuts too. You know, it's like I've never ever in my whole life, you know, you can tell anybody. I was talking to a lawyer one time, and this was back in the day when I was really just voice acting and on stage, nothing else. And they were like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm an actress." I'm like, "Oh, what have you been in?" And we talked about some of the stuff I've been in, and they're like, "Oh, well, what other kind of acting do you do?" "Oh, I'm a voice actor." "Oh my God, how do you get into that? Can I get into that? How can you get me into that?" And it's like, no one ever really says, like, you're like, "Oh, I'm a film actress, or I'm a stage actress." They're not like, "How do I get into that?" But if you say you're a voice actor, they're like, "How do I get into that?" And I'm like, "You're a lawyer. I'm sure that you act a lot, but it's really not like, it's not different. It's not different. That always drives me crazy that people don't want to be an actor. They just want to be a voice actor. And obviously I'm generalizing, but that has always driven me nuts.
Yeah, it's something that I think that people assume, well, like, I have a voice and I have a microphone, I can do it. And you can, but there are certain skills, like, you know, like commercial voice acting, let's say. You're given what's called copy, which is the written dialogue, and you have to know what kind of spot it is. Like, is this a funny spot? Is this a dramatic spot? Is this one where I'm selling a product, or I'm trying to appeal to people? Is this kind of a real world situation, or is this something that's kind of out there and crazy? And if you don't have that training, you're not going to be able to differentiate that from one or the other. So yeah, I don't know why everybody just assumes that it's that easy, but for those of us that have worked so hard to get to this point, it really kind of sucks when people come up and they're like, I've taken one acting class and I'm going to steal your job. And it's like, number one, there's jobs for everybody, so don't get too excited. Two, it's going to take a lot more than one acting class, you know?
Right.
It's a lot of hard work, and you got to be willing. Like in the famous words of Britney Spears, like, you better work, bitch, you know? You better work, bitch.
Oh my God.
Monica, in terms of like voice acting, how does voice acting for video games different from and you guys, this will probably be the last question I ask Monica, because I know I think we've got one on Twitter, we've got one here in the Skype that we want to get to, and we have about 15 more minutes. Is that okay, Monica? I'm totally cool. Okay, so let me hit her with this one. Girl, I ain't really going to hit you, so it's okay. It's on Skype. I can't really hit you. Okay, good. You bet. Okay. I won't, girl, but I'm going to hit you with this question. How does voice acting for video games differ from voice acting for anime? Well, the voice acting for anime is all done individually. I think one time at ADV, well, I know that one time at ADV during Go Danner, we tried to record kind of like the Japanese did.
all together. And it was like me and Brett and Tiffany and maybe Hillary, I think. And it went really well, except that Brett and I spent a lot of time looking awkwardly at each other because Matt and Tiffany would argue because they were married. So it was really crazy why that wasn't going to happen. So when you do video games, usually you're going down and you're laying down the voice track before it's animated. So you have a little more freedom to kind of do whatever you want. You get to see like maybe a drawn picture, if you're lucky, of the character, and then they tell you about the character and what they do in the game, and then you just go. It's very much improvisational and very much just kind of by the seat of your pants. But with the anime, it's already a story that's existed. It's already been out in another language. The animation is set. We don't ever edit any of the animation, even though it would make my job a lot easier as a writer. We don't edit any of that animation, so it's a lot harder. And I think that's why you see a lot of the same people. It's a lot harder to act in that situation. I call it mass acting because you have to think about, okay, well, there's a pause after the second word, and I have to take the end of the line up at the end, and I have to be able to pronounce this Japanese name correctly, or at least the way that the director wants it pronounced. You have all these different things that you have to think about while you're acting, as opposed to a video game where you just do it and, you have a good time and you have fun with it. Not that the anime is not fun, but there's a lot more that goes into the performance than just acting. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things you have to think about.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I feel you, girl.
You feel me?
Yeah, girl, I feel you.
Well, because you've done too, right?
So, I did. I've just done a couple of video games. I haven't done any in so long. So, but I remember when I did do the work on the game, yeah, it was really just do a few different takes of each line and then you're kind of done. But the anime is a whole other thing. And it's way more challenging.
Oh, totally. And I think that's the case for any actor. And like I said, I think that's why you see a lot of the same people, is because if you get it, you get it. But a lot of actors just don't get it. Like we've had great people that have been on Broadway, that have done all kinds of film acting, and they get behind a mic and try to do the anime thing, and it just like does not compute. You know, they don't get it.
Right.
So.
Right. What are like some of the things, like for me, like this is not a question, but like say just a comment, but like considering that you guys talk about like anime can be far more challenging than video games. Like, what is like I would say, what would be the one challenging aspect of like voice acting for a video game that you think is kind of like, would say like be challenging at times, but also can be a lot of fun?
For the video games, I'd say that's probably like, I love improvisation. If you guys know what improvisation is, it's basically just kind of making things up as you go along. And I used to be in an improvisation group with Amanda Winley and a lot of those guys. So I love improvisation. So to me, it's fun to be handed this picture. Like Borderlands 2, I was basically handed a picture of a gun, and I was like, "What is this?" And they're like, "That's you." I'm like, "Are you fucking?"
Oh my!
I was like, "How is this gonna help me?" And then they explained, like, "Okay, well, there's these guns, and some of them talk, and you have this gun that talks, and we want it to kind of sound like, a Jewish mother that's given the person a hard time about sucking so bad." And so I had like 3 lines of dialogue that were written, and I kind of went with this voice, and it became, that man might have had a family, and how could you do that to him? And just kind of over the top. And the more that I did it, the more Chris and Anthony Birch, the writer, got excited, and they started writing more lines, and it became a bigger character. So to me, that's the fun part, is just trying to decide, what this character is going to sound like, what they're going to act like. It'll all be animated later, and it may not be what I expected, but I get to create all that in the booth, and that's really, really fun.
Oh, man. Yeah. Does anybody else have a question for Monica before
I have one on Twitter from Josh.
Okay.
Sure.
Josh. Yes, Josh. I don't know how to say Josh's last name. Hotsies. It's it looks like it's Nazis, but with an H, so I don't know.
Hotsies. It's a hat trick.
Dash Hotsies. But he says, Monica, who has most influenced your career and why?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
So many people have influenced my career as an actor. I'd have to go first with like my educators, like my middle school, high school teachers. In middle school, I had Lugene Kreisner, who before she came along, like there was this woman who was horrible, and I won't name her, but she only cast these certain people because they were the popular kids. And all of a sudden, Lugene came along and was like, "Hey, these other kids are really good," and gave me an opportunity to do things I never thought I'd get to do. And somebody's phone ringing. And Mr. Crump and Miss Villardo that I had there. And then in college, I studied under Dr. Sidney Berger, who recently passed, and he was just fantastic. And as far as like in the world of famous people and whatnot, I'd have to say Lily Tomlin is probably my biggest inspiration and the woman that I look up to, because she really is the woman of 1,000 voices. And if you guys don't know who Lily Tomlin is, you need to look her up right now.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's kind of Ellen before Ellen, but even
That's a good way to put it.
But even better, like I love Ellen, but she's even more of an actress and less of a famous comedian, and so I dig her a lot.
Did you ever see her one-woman show? And just search for Intelligent Signs in the Universe. Is that what it was called?
Yes, I didn't get to see the show, but I actually at University of Houston, we did a black box production where I took one of the monologues, the one about, "You don't like my voice, do you?" Because it was so perfect for me. So I did that on stage at U of H. Yeah, so.
Oh, that's awesome. Wait, hang on. Guys, there's like microphone interference, and I don't want to miss what Monica's saying. What was the last thing you said, honey?
I just said that, yeah, I did it at U of H, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd love to see her do it. I'm sure it's probably on Netflix somewhere. I have to go look it up.
Yeah, probably. Cool. Okay, you guys have any more questions?
Let me get one more. Roy, you can take the last one.
Okay, and another one in character, but a legit question. Let's see. So, Sakura, how much fun did you have working on Tsubasa?
Thanks, Jason. I had a great time working on Tsubasa. This is not Sakura, this is Monica. I had a great time working on Tsubasa. It was funny because when I first started, she's so spunky and she's so, hey, Sharon, how you doing? Let's go out and do this and do that. And then she loses all of her feathers and kind of becomes this like zombie version of herself.
Yeah.
And it was really hard, actually. That's one of the most challenging characters I've played, because when we did it, we didn't know how long it was going to go on. I think maybe season 2 had just been announced when we started.
Mm-hmm.
So every time she got a feather back, I knew that was part of her personality coming back and part of her memories coming back. But I didn't know how much to give her, because like you couldn't have her get like 5 feathers and be back to her normal self, because by season 3 she'd be crazy. So it was about like trying to figure out how much of her personality, and I would even break it down to like actual memories, because we had all those great flashbacks and stuff. So I would break it down to actual memories and stuff that I felt like she was getting back with each feather, or like what facet of her personality she's getting back. Like, okay, now she has a little more of her sense of humor back, so she'll laugh a little bit more. Or now she has this memory of Shaoran back, so she'll look a little more longingly at him than she didn't before, that kind of thing. So it was really challenging, but that's part of what I loved about the character so much, is that it really made me think. It wasn't one of those things where I just went in the booth and was like, woo, I'm a princess. Like,
I felt so bad for Shao.
I really had to sit down and think about it. And I absolutely adore Jason Liebrick. And he was so easy to work with. That entire cast was just phenomenal. So much love for the Tsubasa.
Cool. Awesome. Charles, you got anything else?
For me, basically, considering the fact that, I still think that marriage proposal still stands right now. That marriage proposal still, not Darrell's, mine.
Oh, yours. Oh, I didn't even realize there was one. Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah, well, okay, well, I'll tell you what, though. If you would permit me, in your Mirajane, I would like to say this marriage proposal right here.
Oh, snap.
Mirajane, with your beautiful eyes, your beautiful figure, and your amazing voice, will you be my bride?
Oh, Charles, I will definitely be your bride. Best song ever to me. And I can sing one back to you someday. Not tonight because my voice actress has a packing cough, but some other night, baby.
Oh, it doesn't matter. To the sun, the moon, and the stars. You
All
are.
all that's going through my head is just suddenly Elfman appearing out of nowhere, like, no,
Yeah, right.
You're not too manly.
you're not manly enough.
Oh man, I would not be surprised if we had to have a fight in the wedding. That would be so fucking hilarious.
Or, little sister's dying, any number of things. Or not really dying. Or, whatever.
But I mean,
Like that.
let me just say this right now. You know what I'm saying? In all seriousness, Monica, it was so fucking awesome to have you on tonight. Yeah, well, I mean, you're like a godsend to us in the shrine. And you and Jessica are like two pieces apart. I ain't lying right now. You know what I'm saying? I made it sound corny right now, but it's just amazing how you guys can share stories like this with us. So we appreciate you both coming in. And I would say, Lady J, you've done an awesome job.
Why, thank you.
It's such
She's
an
freaking
amazing
awesome,
job.
right?
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back, Mike.
Hey,
Hi.
what happened?
Let me in.
Wasn't that?
But it's pretty awesome to have you on. But let me just, end up the show right now. Is there any way that you can, touch base with us? And I'll say this right now. Please come back.
Oh, yeah, I had a great time talking to you guys. This has been fabulous. Y'all have been so sweet and awesome. And yeah, like I've said earlier, like I'm not usually home, and it just so worked out that this weekend I'm at home and I'm not at a convention somewhere, which is good because all you'd hear in the background is whoop whoop from the rave.
So yeah, everything is fabulous.
Yeah.
But right now I'm at home this weekend, so it worked out perfectly. But yeah, I totally loved hanging out with you guys, and I would totally do it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
Okay,
Well,
but
I want to say thank you guys for letting me guest host for Miss Monica. And girl, I love you, and I had so much fun. And thanks for coming on to the shrine.
Girl, I love you too, and no problem. And I see down here it says I don't know how my Skype works, but I see, can we get a repent, motherfuckers? So you guys can
Repent, motherfucker. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Hold on, wait.
I'll give you this. You ready?
yeah.
All right.
Repent, motherfucker! And now my neighbors are like doing that.
Yeah.
Gasly now. I pad Gasly now.
What's that crazy lady doing now?
You just gave everybody boners.
Oh, yay!
Yes, I pad Gasly.
Hey, I just in my pants. Oh,
Like,
sorry.
Nice.
Yes. But,
Great.
but anyway, let me just close out. How can fans find you on social media?
Oh, good question. I'm on Twitter. That's probably the best place to find me because I found that now that Twitter's so easy and I figured it out really fast. So I tend to be there more than Facebook. So my Twitter is at Realisms, at RialISMS. And then I'm also on Facebook. I don't check in as often as I should. I always look at stuff. I just forget to comment. But I'm going to try to do better about that. And that's Facebook /groups/Realists. RialISTS, and those guys are awesome, and I thank them for keeping that up for me. And it's a really cool little place in Facebook where it's not just all about me, thank God, because I'd be so weirded out. It's because I don't know how to handle that. I'm like, oh, you guys, hey.
You also have a fan page. That's made by my boy Roy here. Roy, could you shout out the fan page for the listeners?
Are you talking about the cover photo?
No. Fans of Mark Real.
She just listed that.
Yeah, that's what the Realist is. It's just that I gave the URL so they could find it easier.
Fans of Monica Real, the Realist.
Yes, and Roy did the awesome banner. It's rad. It's so cool. And I try to check in there. I'm going to be better about it, I swear, once convention season starts.
Yeah.
And to Michael Cibino from Humble Idiots, shout out to you.
Yeah, and all and Altair and everybody and Taj, everybody over there that helps moderate and everything. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Monica, tell us real quick, what projects are coming out that we can hear you in?
I don't know if there's anything that I can talk about. I mean, like, we've got more fairy tale going on. I don't think that that's ruining anything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess From the New World was just announced and released. So From the New World is probably the newest one. And I've got a lot of stuff coming out, but I don't know if I can talk about it yet because I'm kind of in limbo. I was hoping to get clearance before this happened, but I didn't. So, stuff.
That's okay. We're just looking forward to hearing you and seeing you really soon.
Yes, really soon. If you're in LA and you listen to the radio, you can hear me do a bunch of Castle Park commercials.
Awesome.
I got friends in high places.
There you go. But yeah, I'm sure that I'll be able to announce stuff soon, but right now it's kind of a hold up.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Lady J, how can people find you on social media?
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter.
That's water.
At Jessica Calvello, and then I have a public Facebook page, which I think if you just put my first and last name into Facebook, the public page will come up. And I'm pretty much an attention whore and idiot in both of those areas, so by all means, come and be an idiot with me.
She's awesome. She's awesome. Lewd.
Yes.
Totally lewd.
Not nude.
Magical lewd. So yeah, we're definitely out there. I know I see Monica talk to her fans a lot, so don't be shy, you guys. Twitter, Facebooker, and let her know how much you enjoy her work.
Aww.
See?
Yeah.
Show me your
And
what?
I said, or just say hello and show me your sandwich. I mean, whatever you do on Twitter is fine.
Oh, sandwich! Yay! Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Monica, for being here. We love you.
Oh, I love you guys too, and thank you for having me. I had a blast.
Yeah,
You're
bless have you
welcome.
on.
You're welcome. All right, we're signing off now, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, thank you. Bye, Monica.
Bye, Monica.
Yo, bye. Guys, it was a fucking awesome interview.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit stop on the recording now.
Yeah, or I don't know.
No. We haven't finished yet.
Oh, you're not finished yet? Okay.
No, we haven't finished because we had to do all the.
Oh yeah, the
plugs.
outro.
Yeah, cheap plugs.
That's right.
Yeah, Roy, how can fans find you on social media?
That's your Epic Nights of CL on Twitter, and then my fan page on Facebook, which is Raizudo Creations, and then just my public page on Facebook, Roy Benavides.
He does this.
Not too hard to find me.
He's fired up because after that little skit between him and Monica, that's pretty awesome.
That was very cute.
Yes, it was. Anyway, Mike, how can people find you on social media?
Okay. All the Nicolas Cage acting aside, Roy.
You're so
I
stupid.
wish you could sound like him.
No.
Anyways, you can find me at on Twitter at DMikeMaverick, and also I have a Twitter for Best for Business at Mike Maverick AG, and also on Facebook at Mike Maverick Ace Gamer, and also I have a YouTube page at Turnabout ENT, and now I'm on Daily Motion at Mike_Maverick, and I have a website, Turnaboutentertainment.com.
Oh man, he has it all over the place. He's got it covered, people.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm backing my stuff up, and copyright laws come at me, bro.
There you go. And then, of course, you can always check out this shrine here, ShrinetimeEntertainment.com. More things are being put on there every day, including Mike Maverick's Ace Gamer Show. You know what I'm saying? You can check out his episodes, and whenever he posts them, we're getting new contributors, and we're getting new news articles out there, as reviews are coming out pretty soon. You can also check us out on our Facebook at facebook.com/Shrinetime Entertainment, as well as Twitter at ShrinetimeENT. And always If you ever have a question or comment with us, please do so with the hashtag Shrinetime shout out. Let us know how you feel about the show, how about this podcast, about any podcast we've done. And let us know how you feel about it, because it's more you'll get out of us, and the more you get out of your Shrinetime experience. Also, you can also check me out personally at Twitter or Twatter, if you want to say that. At Money Senpai SCP. That's MONEYSENPAISEP. I'm always posting stuff there. I'll be on Twitter a little bit more, and I'm also on my Tumblr at Money Senpai Official, as well as my Instagram page. You can also check me out there. So both sides. There's always one way you can always check us out. Whatever you want to do support in the Shrine. That's how we do. And by the way, considering the fact that, we're talking about supporting the industry, go support your local anime distributor. Go buy an anime DVD today. Pre-order. Do what you can. Buy it. Sell it. Go to Funimation Elite. Alley. Netflix, Hulu Plus. Do whatever you can to support the anime industry, because that's how we do it here in the Shrine.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because you better support your anime right now, because if you don't, I'll tell Mistress Monica on you and she'll blow you off.
Okay, but let me just end the show. For Monica Rial, for our girl Lady J, Jessica Cavello, my man Roy, aka Adam Roy, with my boy Mike Batismo Maverick. I'm Buddy Senpai. We get out of here. We about to watch the Space Daddy. We'll holler at y'all next time. Peace. Later.
You are listening to Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast, as we'll see you guys next time.
Shrinetime Entertainment.